Hello po, Sir Fitz. Since mababa po ang stock market, is it advisable na mag-store ng cash ngayon? Okay? So first of all, cash will always be king. Ibig sabihin, dapat hindi ka nawawalan ng cash. Okay? So when I say hindi ka nawawalan ng cash, primarily this is your emergency fund. Ideally or generally, your emergency fund should be 6 months worth of your expenses. Let's assume that your expenses is around 20,000 pesos per month. Pero feeling ko maliit na yun ngayon sa taas ng mga bilihin. So let's just say 20,000 pesos per month ang gastos mo. Well, this is just for the basic necessities. Okay? So kailangan 120,000 meron kang cash na 120,000, which how I do that is 3 months worth of my expenses is in a universal bank, yung may ATM, no? So syempre pag emergency kailangan madali mag-withdraw. And then the other 3 months pwede ko siyang ilagay sa isang digital bank or sa isang low risk investment. Anong ibig sabihin ng low risk investment? Yung mga money market fund and mga short term fund, depende na sa mga available sa'yo. May mga UITF, Unit Investment Trust Funds na low risk. As in, tanungin nyo yung bangko ninyo or check nyo yung portfolio ng isang mutual fund. Make sure that it is just low risk. So, pwedeng nandun yung other 3 months. Okay? So, yan yung minimum requirement. Now, if you have extra investable funds katulad ni No Jambro at nag-hesitate siya na maglagay sa stock market kasi nga mababa siya, ang question dito is para saan ba yung pera na gusto mong i-invest? Kasi kung long-term investment yan, kung ang ilalagay mo, No Jambro, ay para sa retirement mo 20 years from now, if you think about it, maganda siya ilagay sa stock market kasi mababa siya, di ba? Kasi mura ngayon yung stocks. At ang plano mo ay ibenta in 20 years time, just by the time that you retire. So hopefully, of course, wala namang talagang guarantee. But siguro naman in 20 years time ay mataas na yung stock market or we will experience a bull market within those 20 years. So, yung investable fund mo, pwede mong ilagay sa stock market kung long term. Kung ang iniisip mo naman ay medium term, gagamitin mo yung pera na yan for the next 5 years or after 5 years. So, pambibili mo ng bagong kotse or pang down payment ng bahay or pang college education ng anak mo, which is happening in 5 years or more, mga 5 to 10 years, then that's a medium-term investment. And I agree, medyo risky pa kung ilalagay mo sa stock market, but I would definitely look into Pag-ibig MP2 or investing in a global asset like mga feeder fund. Pwede rin sa mga balance fund. So yung mga dynamic multi-asset fund, pwede doon ka mag-invest if you're planning to use the money within 5 to 10 years. Ngayon, kung yung pera na yan ay plano mong gamitin within the next 3 years, 3 to 5 years, or next year mo plano gamitin yung pera na yan, definitely, kahit na mataas ang stock market, hindi ko i-recommend. Kasi yung pera mo ngayon, saan mo siya ilalagay, mas maganda for now, no? At least currently, yung mga time deposit ng mga digital banks, ang tataas niya eh. So, you can get as much as 12% per annum, pero kasi may mga tasks kang gagawin. But in general, 5 to 6% yung no effort na interest na kaya mong makuha sa mga time deposit ng digital banks. Good thing na ang PDIC ngayon is up to 500,000. So, up to 500,000 pesos pwede mong i-time deposit sa isang digital bank na kayang magbigay ng mga 5 to 6%. So, may kilala ako, as in maximize niya, 3 digital bank yung nilagyan niya ng pera. kasi ang habol niya passive income. So he's living on the interest rates of the time deposits of these digital banks. If I remember it right, that's giving him around 20,000 pesos a month, no? Kasi yung mga digital bank uh, monthly o yung isa nga daily magbigay ng interest rate. But ang ginagawa niya since 6 months to a year yung time deposit. Matagal niya nang ginagawa, sinimulan pa niya nung pandemic time. So ngayon, pag reach ng end of term yung time deposit, ang wini-withdraw lang niya yung interest rates na na-incur. Tapos yun na yung yun na yung panggastos niya sa araw-araw. Tapos yung kinikita niya ngayon, yun ngayon yung pinang-i-invest pa rin niya sa mga higher risk assets. So there's always a unique investment plan that you can do. So if you're interested in coming up with your own financial plan, kung ano man pwede niyong gawin sa pera ninyo, saan ba maganda i-invest, you can email me, no? Or email WealthRkey, yung ating financial planning firm, at pwede tayong mag-set ng appointment, no? So nasa nga ba yung email address ng WealthRkey ito? So I do have a financial planning firm na wealthrkey.com, and you can send an email sa admin@wealthrkey.com if you want to set a financial consultation. At wala kasing tama, walang mali, no? Sa all financial plan is always customized sa inyo, kaya kailangan nating malaman kung ano ba yung status mo para makahanap ng magandang financial plan. So no jam bro, the question that you should answer is kailan mo gagamitin yung pera, no? Kung gagamitin mo yung pera in the long term, 10 plus years from now, maganda sa stock market kasi nga mababa siya. Hopefully, we will experience a bull market within the next 20 years, which is very positive naman ako, no? Or very optimistic ako na mangyayari yan. If you're going to use the money within 5 to 10 years, then Pag-ibig MP2 is the best candidate right now. But you can also check out mga balance fund or yung mga multi-asset fund as an alternative. Pwede ring feeder funds or mga global assets, mga investment funds that have foreign assets or global assets in their portfolio. Lastly, kung gagamitin mo within the 3 to 5 years yung pera na yan, then yung mga time deposits ng digital banks ang mas maganda paglagyan. So, depende talaga kung kailan mo, ano yung investment horizon mo, because that is what will dictate kung saan maganda maglagay. Just because na mababa yung stock market, ibig sabihin iiwasan mo na. If you think about it, diba, kung kailan mura, dapat doon mo siya binibili. But unfortunately, kung nabili mo siya nung mataas siya, lugi ka ngayon. Kaya, again, you have to be patient sa stock market natin and elect better individuals who will help the economy during election time, no? Kailangan mas magaling tayo pumili ng mga kandidatong mananalo.